Maura Tierney, who's sharing her survival story and her efforts to debunk the myths about breast cancer.
I'm usually private and shy, but I do feel like I could help people feel better by sharing my story.
We know her as Dr. Abby Lockhart from the long-running hit series ER.
Hypertensive, anemic with abdominal pain, extensive crush injuries.
In June 2009, only 2 months after the final episode of ER aired, Maura Tierney's real life became a medical drama after learning she had breast cancer.
You discovered it during a routine mammogram?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish it had been more routine because I was 42 or 43 and I hadn't gotten one. It was my first mammogram.
What was your reaction when you found out?
It's so overwhelming when you get diagnosed. It's this hyper surreal moment that like this would not be happening to me. I just kept thinking I'm so young. When then it turns out, unfortunately, it's not so young. Younger people get it. You know what I mean?
The actress didn't have much time to process the news of her diagnosis before it went public.
How did it come out?
I had to drop out of a pilot. I chose to. I didn't have to. And so that's sort of how it was kind of publicized that I had cancer. I played his favorite child. It was tied to the show. They were like, Maura Tierney, because of an illness, has to leave parenthood. And it sounded like I was dying. So I put out a statement saying, I have a tumor breast. I'm getting it removed. We're going to see what happens, but I'm all right.
Lauren Graham stepped in to fill Tierney's role on NBC's Parenthood. Maura was then able to focus full-time on treatment and recovery, which included surgery to remove a tumor and chemotherapy.
Was it harder or more manageable than you thought it would be going in? Because I think when we hear chemo, it freaks us out.
So the message is you can get through it. You can get through it. You can get through it very well. Everyone's different. I don't want to say, oh, it was a walk in the park. You want to encourage people to just say, it's hard as hell, but doable.
The experience led Tierney to become the face of the Chemo Myths or Facts campaign and website, which helps patients and caregivers clear up common misconceptions associated with the disease.
There's a lot of links to support groups, patient advocacy groups. So there's a lot of straight factual information, because if you go around the internet, you can go crazy.
And I think that's why it's so great that you're getting out there and just telling women where to go, because I think half the battle is figuring out where to get the good information.
It's true. There's still so much misinformation. It's nice for women to be able to empower themselves with facts.